We'd all love a back veranda like Jeff Clark's. The man who rubbed shoulders with prime ministers and made headlines throughout his career has an outdoor bar, a kitchen, even a huge stone pizza oven. But questions are being asked about where all the money came from to pay for it.
If there's one thing I want to do in this life is have a barbecue on this deck. Jeff, this is the deck of all decks, mate.
The only thing that I'm guilty of is that I'm a passionate man. I believe in the rights of Aboriginal people.
He's a big man with a big deck and one very sizable problem. Police charges, some relating to this deck and the features they're on. I love it, fair income. Is it Jarrah or Murbu? It's native timber from the forest. And how's the trapping on Jeff Clark's deck? The bigger than Ben-Hur bar, the kitchen and the barbie. Okay, they reckon you've got a pizza maker here. Can you make me a pizza as well? And there it is, the Ripper pizza oven. Social setting, yeah, I can imagine. It's fantastic. Anyway, it's almost lunchtime and we're off to see Jeff. The former boss of ATSIC lives in this Aboriginal community called Framlingham near Warrnambool in southwest Victoria. Destination, Jeff's deck.
He must have forgotten.
Oh dear, a snag. I've got three porterhouses and about 20 snags. I've got some for you as well. Porterhouse.
He didn't say anything.
While Jeff's wife Trudy gets the big fella on the phone, we drink in the grandeur of Jeff's deck and its features. In future court cases, much will weigh on who paid for it and where the money came from.
Well, there's an extraordinary number of charges, and it's extraordinary that it's taken a long time for all these charges to surface. That's the first concern.
David Gelberly QC says Jeff Clark's latest battle with authorities will be a marathon.
The next concern is how will all of them be dealt with, and in what way, and will that affect the courts? And no doubt it will. It will tie up prosecutors and it will go on for a long time.
The former boss of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Commission is no stranger to controversy, and he's always on the front foot.
When I see injustice occurring, when it unfolds in front of me, I'm there for my people.
Normally, it's Jeff Clark won out against his opponents, but this time, it's a family affair. Last October, Clark, his wife Trudy and sons Jeremy and Aaron appeared in Warrnambool Court. They were accused of dishonestly obtaining $685,000 from an Aboriginal trust, a land council and other entities.
Well, just from observing what's gone on in the past and the way he's conducted himself, he doesn't strike me as an individual who will concede anything. So I would believe that he would continue to fight any charges or any offences or any civil proceedings that's brought against him.
Then early this year, the bombshell. Detectives from the Fraud and Extortion Squad laid a further 514 charges against Jeff Clark, bringing his total charges to 543. Trudy Clark received a further 456 charges for a total of 481. Jeff Clark's son Jeremy received further charges for a total of 91. And another son Aaron received an extra 28 charges for a total of 32. In total, the Clark family faces 1,170 charges.
He's been a significant leader in the Indigenous community and has been for many, many years. And it's not possible to say whether what has been alleged against him are true or not. But he has attracted over his lifetime, since I've known of him, a significant amount of controversy. He is one of those figures that seems to do things that attacks either criticism or controversy. But he is a significant person in the Indigenous community.
We're not going to sit back and tolerate the manner in which you're treating Aboriginal people in this country.
Jeff Clark's standard line through the years is that he's a victim of a witch hunt. It's political, a media smear.
I must be the most vilified man in Australia's history, thanks to you people.
Mate, I went to Butchers and Camperdown and I got you a porterhouse, me a porterhouse, your wife a porterhouse, and about 30 snags. Cost me $52. Jeff Clark says he wants to talk, just not today, and no amount of carnivore communication is going to get that big old Barbie fired up. Mate, can you come home and have a Barbie with me? We have a nice old yak. Trudy says Jeff is working on a farm, but I have a sneaking suspicion, with no evidence of course, that the man who proudly wears a full possum coat is playing possum with us from somewhere inside the house.
All right, okay, fair enough.
Jeff Clark has denied allegations that he spent money that was meant to repair houses for Indigenous families in Western Victoria on this deck and bar and kitchen. He's told us he's being persecuted.
I'm a fighter, mate, I'm a fighter.
And that's relevant because in 2003 it was revealed that ATSIC had funded $45,000 on legal fees for Clark.
In the Indigenous sector, governments should lessen the surveillance and make it easier for good leadership to operate to produce outcomes. But at the same time, there should be prosecution of fraud and maladministration to the full extent of the law.
Professor Marcia Langdon is the Foundation Chair in Australian Indigenous Studies at Melbourne University. Her take, governments have caused more problems than they've solved.
The Aboriginal sector has a huge burden of surveillance that is not only unnecessary and possibly racist, but also inhibits the Indigenous sector from performing at a more efficient level and producing beneficial outcomes.
For his part, Jeff Clark says the charges against him are politically motivated.
Well, an argument about someone being picked on, either because of their race or colour or religion, doesn't stack up if the circumstances and the facts in which the person has been alleged to have committed offences are real and they're in existence. Then the fact is that if certain offences have been committed, they've been committed. And there's no excuse, and you can't run away and say, well, you can't pick on me.
I'm a fighter, mate, I'm a fighter.
Jeff Clark, his wife Trudy and their 2 sons will face court tomorrow.